Hi there, everyone. Another video for me, and I'm on a roll now, so, hey for me. It's been a while since I've done so many videos, like when I first started out, I had like 3 a day, but to do, a couple a week is good for me, so, I'm going to try to keep my eyes low so I can keep the glare out of my glasses. I don't know. Maybe I'll just take them off. Well, the reason why I'm making this video is because I had an interesting conversation last night. And prior to that, I was talking to the guy earlier. I've been talking to this guy for quite a while now. And we had a conversation a while back ago that was about relationships and what we wanted as far as that went. And, we kind of wanted different things. I wanted like a caring, nurturing relationship, and he told me that he wasn't looking for a relationship at all. So a couple months ago, maybe, after the talk of what kind of relationship we wanted, but before last night's conversation, about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, somewhere around there, I was talking to him, and he told me that he bought a ring for a girl. And apparently this was a girl that he's been seeing for a while, and that's why he stopped talking to me after, which is fine. That's no big deal for me. I don't want to be, pressuring someone into a relationship with me if they're not interested in me. Basically, I was going to be a bitch, and I was kind of joking around, and I was like, I brought up the fact that, we were talking earlier about having, an intimate encounter, because he didn't want a relationship, and I was like, well, whatever, I kind of like the guy, maybe I can make him fall in love with me, type of situation. But we had talked about that, me going up there to see him for, some fun. I said something along the lines of, okay, I get it, I'm good enough to fuck, but not good enough for a relationship. And I thought it was quite funny. But he took it seriously. And he replied back to me, he said, well, if I wanted to fuck you, I would have made it happen by now. Okay, so essentially he's telling me that not only was I not good enough to have a relationship with, but I wasn't even good enough for him to just fuck. I was like, thanks, fucktard, for making me feel even more like shit about the situation now. It was just kind of weird how he confirmed what I was thinking in my head, and that was okay with me, but when he confirmed it by telling me that back, I guess I just kind of lost it there. My emotions were pretty high last night. I couldn't sleep, and I was awake for quite a while, because I had been talking to the guy for over a year, but for a long time. I've known him for quite a while, so it kind of hurt me to have him say something like that. And I know he probably didn't really mean it with cruel intent, but it still hurt, Another thing I wanted to talk about last night that happened was something kind of silly, but being the princess that I am, I rarely send the first message to start a chat. I will be online most of the time, and then guys will send me messages, and then I'll respond. But the thing I notice is that when they send me these messages, I'm noticing more and more that the guy who sends me the message is someone I've talked to previously, and when I ask him how he's doing, the phrase usually coming up is somewhere along the lines like, I'm bored, or something like that. I begin to think that, the sweet words that I heard earlier when we first met and started chatting, were obviously just to get me into bed, and when I turn out to be a tougher challenge than they had hoped for, I end up being like a last resort to cure boredom. Another thing that happened last night, while I was sulking in my own little pissed off state, is I had a guy talking to me, and I was just kind of shooting the shit with him, small talk, nothing serious, but he sent me the message first, so I started chatting with him, and then he would take forever to respond. And 10 minutes, I asked him a question or something, and like 10 minutes later, after no response, I get a message back from him that says something like, "Oh, I'm falling asleep at the keyboard," or something. And I'm like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Am I that damn boring, or is it that you're that damn rude and stupid to not know when you're tired, and you should give someone a proper send-off?" It's just rude. As long as they're on the other side of the connection and they don't see a face, then it gives them the right to be rude, as long as they type in LOL or LMAO after they're done typing whatever it is. You know, I was to the point where I was like, "Look, fucker, I don't find it funny when you insult me by falling asleep in the middle of a conversation with me. It's just not right." You know, that's my personal opinion in chat or in real life. If someone fell asleep on me in real life, I would think something was wrong, like maybe narcolepsy or something, I don't know. But, you know, even in chat, it's kind of rude to have someone fall asleep on you. Well, let's just say I found a guy who talked to me for a while and didn't fall asleep at his keyboard. If this guy happened to tell me that I'm beautiful, and then turned around and told 50 other girls the same thing, doesn't that take away from the deeper meaning of the words that he told me? I mean, what? How am I supposed to know if he doesn't say these words to other women in hopes that he comes across one that's vulnerable, and he's just doing it to become, you know, because he has maybe a good chance of getting with someone who's got low self-esteem and will hook up with them if he says something like, "Oh, you're a beautiful baby," you know, or whatever. I don't know. And I'll admit, I've been naive. I've fallen for that sweet talk from from a guy before, just to boost my ego. And to be honest, the only thing it's gotten me is hurt, disappointed, jaded. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm still single right now, is because I've set my standards so high now. And I require more than just, a kind word, like, "Oh, you're beautiful, let's sleep together now," kind of thing. The question I have, though, is, will it end when I find a decent guy, though? And I think to a certain extent it may. I mean, as far as the stupidity of weeding up the morons from the field, will no longer be necessary. But, there's always the possibility of breaking up, and then the cycle starts all over again. So, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I've been going through lately. Kind of all at once, actually. Last couple days have been really, really weird. The guy walking his dog rather than staying and chatting with me, and then this guy who says I'm not even good enough for, a quick lay. It plays like, they're just words, but, they're words of hurt, and they kind of play a toll on your emotions. So, just wanted to let you know what I was up to, and I hope you guys have a good week, or weekend, or whatever you're watching this. I hope you have good days to come, let's put it that way. And I'll see you when I make my next video, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.